Welcome to a new season of the Holy Trinity Show. I'm your host, Pete Shadd, coming to you from my villa-themed parlor here in Delta, British Columbia, Canada, and we are entering the 5th season of this show. At the end of last year, I asked some of my viewers to fill in a survey, and I got some wonderful validation, but also some fantastic suggestions, which I intend on employing, including a new intro. Snappy, but I want everything to move on this show. You don't have time for aimless moaning and meandering, and you also want new backdrops to look at. I like standing up. It's way more natural. It's better for my back, and the stand-up microphone is kind of like old school radio, like
the English soccer team Aston Villa has won its first major trophy since the 1996 season.
Plus, there's so much more room for activities. And if you get that reference, you and I could be best friends.
Yup!
Oh, and I've also installed a gaslit lamp. Do you have any idea how dangerous that is? I'll still be focusing on the key issues or moments that define a match, and that's because my background, which is theater and broadcasting, actually helped me fuel this insatiable curiosity with narrative. A game is a script that just hasn't been written yet. We know there's going to be heroes. We know there's going to be villains. We just don't know who yet at the time of kickoff, which is why we all love football. But why should you watch a show about a grand old famous English football club hosted by a dude from Canada known more for hockey and geese than football? Well, Aston Villa helped me fall in love with the game as a young man, and it made me want to go out and play. So I became the opposite of Nigel Spink. I became a crap goalkeeper. And then, through high-level coaching, I became a half-decent goalkeeper. And this introduced me to the powerful world of coaching, and I've been doing it ever since. That was 35 years ago. And there is no coach of any value who does not commit to continuously learning the game and looking at it in different ways. I was very fortunate to achieve a childhood dream in becoming a play-by-play match commentator on radio and television for almost 2 decades. And what that experience gave me was a VIP backstage pass behind the curtain to see some of the crazy dynamics in professional football. But I also learned about journalistic standards and integrity, which is really important at a time when we are living in the clickbaity world. Anybody can do a show now without experience, without a background, credibility, fact-checking, or sources. And frankly, I think you deserve better. This year, my good buddy Samir Gaby, the Holy Trinity Show's former senior video correspondent, has agreed to become the roving villain at Villa Park for all the home games, capturing little moments of fun and fandom, so watch out for him at those games. That was a suggestion from the survey. And you also said that you would like to be a video correspondent for away games. Well, ask and you shall receive. Here's the email. If you are going to some away games this season, send me a note. And by the way, I am drastically simplifying the video capturing process for away games. And none of this would be possible without support from the Holy Trinity Show's title sponsor, 24/7 Services, back and re-signed for another year. And it's eerie how similar the company is with Aston Villa. I mean, it's a family-founded company based in Birmingham, extremely high standards and attention to quality, not a big squad, but some really talented specialists. Sound familiar? I want you to meet some of the team behind the work this year. Most of them are mad Villa fans. I mean, they make me look like a casual observer. That's how obsessed they are with the Villa. And when you use 24/7 Services for your project, I'm deeply grateful because it profoundly impacts this show. Also this year, I'm toying with the idea of doing player ratings, maybe not after every single game, but this is something that you asked for, and I do like my numbers. But in terms of tabulating league-oriented statistics, I'm only going to do that every 5 league games, and I'm only going to stick with the numbers or categories that really demonstrate trends throughout the course of the season. It's going to be a very intriguing campaign for Unai Emery and his group, with the disappointment of not qualifying for Champions League by such fine margins on the last day probably still stinging, and I actually think that could be a good thing. And we have to navigate this squad cost ratio reality we find ourselves in, but I'm convinced that our group actually joneses off the restrictions a little bit, that they have to be that much more clever, that much more strategic, rather than the ridiculous freewheeling spending by some of the other teams around us. And for the first time in our history, we will be competing in the Europa League, a competition which our manager has won on 4 separate occasions with 2 different clubs. I can't wait to get started, and I promise to put in the same time, energy, and passion as I have in the past, because you've told me the reason you come to this show is for measured, balanced, and intelligent analysis. You're not going to see me getting unglued on this show, and you're also not going to see me generated by AI. I hope you're excited as well, because you're the biggest reason why this show is even going into its 5th year. And outside of these main Holy Trinity shows, I will continue to produce shorts programming. I call this like the Sunday roast dinner. Shorts are like appetizers. Topics or subject matter that just doesn't warrant the full Holy Trinity Show experience. So, are you ready for another season of topsy-turvy moments, big goals, big decisions, heroes, and villains? Then let's get busy. And of course, up the mighty Villa.